What you got?
We have one viewer. Welcome,
There
Matt.
we go.
It's okay.
Got it?
Our technical director, Matt Benfield, says we're live with one.
And if anything starts going,
It's probably all the audience we're going to have.
Jason's our tech guy.
Listen, if I'm the tech guy, we're screwed. This place is going to burn down.
Well, I got 7. Y'all want to get going? Y'all ready
Let's
for
do
the
it.
first show?
Go ahead.
Do we break on 3 team or
Not sure how to do this.
we just do this? All right. Hey.
That'll work. That'll
Yeah.
work.
So let's see here. What was this one? Did I do
You
it?
muting me, Lee?
Did I do it?
Already? You muting me
I
already?
didn't mean
No,
to.
you need to make sure that button works on mine here in a little bit.
I'm trying to get this thing to work. It's just not. Oh, here we go.
There we go.
The little intro music.
It sounded like the last part of
What? Hey, welcome. Thanks for having us, man.
Absolutely. Thanks for coming.
So, welcome to the first season 1, episode 1
Right.
of Tapped In, a stupid local podcast. I had to come up with a name for this thing, so I figured not to be sacrilegious by any means, but I figured Big Bang. All right, this is the start because somehow.
You believe in that theory?
I like the
Wow,
TV.
this is starting early.
I like the TV show. How about that?
Now, there you go. That's
TV show was great.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I figured Big Bang, because a couple of things had to collide to get us here. Mainly, Jason stepping out on a limb and deciding to cash in all of his cars and money and whatever else and come up with this thing called Grove Cartel.
Yes.
So, without Grove Cartel, there's not the original brewery in China Grove for us to tap into. So, Jason, thanks for having the start of something you had no idea that this was going to come about after the fact.
I'm glad I could go broke for y'all.
I think it's the best thing that's happened around here, man.
Yeah, I do
Really?
too. I do too. So, real quick, we'll do a little bit of just our intro, if that's okay.
All
And
right.
we'll try to figure this thing out. Number one thing, of course, when your wife tells you something, like, why are you doing this? She said, you have to explain to someone why in the world and what the name is. So Stupid Local, and I think Stephen may have asked me the same thing.
Yeah.
What in the world is Stupid Local? And Jason's probably heard me say this 15,000 times. Everybody that knows me refers to me and says that I'm just Stupid Local because everything is, well, have you eaten at Grove Cartel? Have you gone to Stag and Doe? Do you drink Cheerwine?
Right.
I mean, it's here.
Yeah.
Right? And maybe into the extreme of, have you been to Dan Nicholas Park? Like,
Yeah.
it's Rowan County, and even at that, it's southern Rowan County because for the most part, everybody else forgot about us for a long time.
Yeah.
Until recently when we worked hard to get a cool exit and everything else, we were really busting at the seams down here, which is kind of cool. So Stupid Local, it's everything about local economy, local business owners, and promoting why you don't have to drive outside of our borders.
Right.
You want to get a good local beer? Come to Cartel, right? It doesn't get any fresher than the pots behind us right here.
Yeah. Really good for sure.
Yeah. So,
Every one of them are done right.
yeah. So Stupid Local.
Yeah.
So we'll all be
Makes
stupid
sense.
local.
And I asked you, stupid local. Does that mean really local, like super local, or like dumb local?
Can I answer for myself or what my wife would say?
Do both.
Okay. Wife would say pretty dumb because, like, even when we travel, we have to go to Food Lane. Like when we're pulling the camper to Myrtle Beach,
Yeah.
can't go anywhere else.
Right.
If there's a Food Lane, we're going to go
I
to
see.
Food Lane.
I see.
Yeah. I mean, it's because that money's going to come back to Rowan County.
Yeah.
Something like
Gotcha.
that, yeah. But also like super
Yes.
local. Like whenever Jason decides to move the beer operations next door and maybe starts doing some mini kegs. I mean, cans don't make a lot of sense. But we'd probably take that with us in the camper to the beach.
Right.
Yep.
Hopefully so.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, we've got a comment here. Jason looks like Joe Rogan.
Oh,
Nice job.
I'll
I guess that's a positive.
I think it's a great positive.
Yeah.
I mean, it could have been like Chris Farley or something.
Yeah. You gonna bring the alpha brain out?
But hey, never know what's going to happen.
All right.
Yeah, we've got 10 viewers. I mean, this is awesome.
Couple shares, couple comments
Yeah.
from Hawaii. Can't wait to stop by and see it next month. There we go.
Hawaii.
Maybe-
You're in
maybe-
Hawaii. Go to the beach.
Maybe we'll
Get
take,
off this
we'll
channel.
take
Why don't-
thi-
let's
we'll
take-
take this.
Instead of them coming back here, let's actually take it to Hawaii. How about
That's what
that?
I think that's a great thing.
I'm down.
Yeah. So on top of that, promoting local business, right? We talked about that some. I've lived here all my life. We're on the cusp of just things popping wide open, and it would be a miss if I don't kind of stop there and say, as I was doing this, I looked around at different partners in the community and said, who can I partner with to put this together? And I couldn't think of a better guy than Stephen. And so, Stephen, tell us a little bit about your business and businesses and brands that you've started and what's passionate to you and where you are.
The ones that are kind of successful, or all the ones that failed too? Which ones?
None of them fail. They just are the building blocks for the successes.
There we go. I like that.
Huh.
So
Failure's when you stop. You have failed when you stop.
right. Sometimes you have to know when to stop, though.
Never.
No?
That's why I keep this guy around.
Okay.
He reminds me when not to stop.
Yeah.
So I'm the owner of Vivid Insights and Marketing, which is a digital marketing company that I started 2020. Originally, I was a web designer, which was called A&S Designs. Didn't really know what I was doing. Eventually, turned into Vivid, and 3 years later, we've built a lot of the websites for different businesses around China Grove, Rowan County, including Grove Cartel. We built the website here. So we handle a lot of the digital marketing for a lot of companies in Rowan County. We do work with folks all across the United States, but the vast majority of our clients are from Rowan County. I also have an apparel brand called Among the Bold, which I started at the beginning of last year, which was just inspired by trying to create a brand that brought good values such as discipline, things like that. Probably sold about 500 to 600 shirts last year. A lot of that money was donated back to a lot of different causes. But those are the two companies that I had some success with. And so Vivid being my primary business that I operate on a day-to-day basis, we've got a team of about 5. And always looking to help new businesses grow and generate more revenue, get more attention. So that's what I do.
Well, since we're talking about Among the Bold, tell us about the shirt you got. While we're making a plug for the 15 people that are live and maybe the the 10,000 that are going to watch this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so last year I started, a little bit before last year, I started something totally new for me, and I started doing some martial arts. Started training down here at Rowan Wrestling Academy. Became friends with some of the guys down there, and one of the guys that I met again, we did go to BLET together. I used to be a police officer. Met the guy in BLET. We always thought he was a crazy guy then, but just a funny guy, always joking. 3 or 4 years later, we started training together down here at the gym, and his daughter found out she had cancer at the beginning of last year. So this shirt was created. It says "Fight Like Roswell." Her name is Roswell. She's been fighting hard for a year, and super strong. You would never know it. She holds it together better than her dad in a lot of cases. But this shirt was created for her. It's probably we've sold more shirts for that than anything we've done. And so I wanted to wear that shirt tonight. Just anytime I know that people are going to be seeing me, I like to have that shirt on just to support her and Corey, because he does a lot of things here in China Grove. He coaches the youth MMA at Rowan Wrestling Academy. So, everybody else does a good job of showing off this shirt as well for her, just to kind of bring attention to that. So that's why I have this shirt on. And Among the Bold fits right in with that, supporting a young child with cancer. So
Yeah, a lot of my sales team have ordered some of your shirts, and they saw that one as well. And I've got to make sure that they get those things on order for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Who am I? Let me
now
answer.
I'm ready to hear this one.
Yeah, we ain't got long enough for this.
Yeah, I'm interested to hear this one.
But let me answer this, then y'all can put your 2 cents in, whatever. Lived here all my life. former, way former small business owner of a landscape company. But I'm mainly a salesman in the outdoor power equipment world. It's all I've really done for about 25 years. But as it ties to the community, my father served on the town board in the 70s, the 80s, and the 90s at various different points. And so that kind of gave me the passion for civic service, I guess you would say. So 8 years on town council, going on now back on 9, and then four years as the mayor. So a lot of people know me as the mayor, still refer to me as that. It's one title you can't take away from me, Jason. So
We got some other ones that fit.
So probably, but as most of us would say, the most, I'm going to get the wrong terminology here, the most bestest, greatest, whatever title is dad.
Yeah.
We've all got some amazing kids.
Absolutely.
I hear that.
3 kids. My son's in college at Carolina. My girls are great athletes at South Rowan, that is. The best high school in the county. Prove me
Absolutely.
wrong. So,
There you go.
but yeah, proud of them. And just looking forward to whatever this does. All right, this is just something else. I think we got at least another couple of episodes for sure that we'll do here. I think this is a reoccurring thing pretty easily with Jason. Nothing else. It's a way to break him down, break his shell down a little bit, and have some fun with it. So,
Well, originally you talked about the reason we were doing this, and one of the reasons as well was to have an excuse to come, get away and hang out for a little bit too. So we got to make sure we throw that.
Well,
in
I
there.
thought that one of them was because there's some amazing cold beverages.
Yes,
That-
that as well.
One of my favorites, I think this is number 4 on the list right now, or it was, but this is their Suicide Door
Series.
sour, right?
Yep.
Is
Is
it
that
sour
new?
apple or
Sour
apple pie?
apple.
Or something
Yeah,
like
that was the apple pie. It's from our Suicide Door series. Jonathan, of course, is our brewer. Creates some crazy good stuff, and has absolutely killed it on the beer side.
Oh yeah.
I found out before we get in to talk about Jason real quick as we finish me. We came in on Friday got a couple of our product team together and had some meetings for a couple of weeks ahead planning, and one of my favorite bartenders here who's now got a real job over there.
Kelly?
Kelly.
Yeah.
Referred to us as the breakfast crowd. You know that may be worse than or better being called the normal Cheers when you're called the breakfast crowd at the local brewery.
Yeah.
So, but it was 2:30 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I did
Yeah.
feel better about that.
Kelly's got a name for everybody. We got a bunch for her.
Yeah.
Sure. Y'all want to take a short break?
Real
Or
quick,
what
got
you
a question.
Yeah.
How you came up with the number 3 name Round and Brown?
Oh, geez,
man.
already? It's too
Yeah,
early for that.
Too early.
Ask
Yeah.
that later when we get serious.
My goodness, I don't know that we can answer that one on the air.
We'll get to it.
Is that one PG-13?
Maybe
it's-
NC-17.
Yeah, it's that's a little sketchy.
Yeah. That'll be, when they do after the show, like Bill Maher after the show. Or,
yeah.
That may be like an 11 o'clock
That's exclusive
broadcast.
content, right?
That may be a paid prescription.
Okay.
Content.
All right.
It's pretty interesting
Yeah.
story, but
It's a great story, but
it's definitely not what we want to lead off with.
maybe if you'll come back to season 4, episode 9, that may be the one.
Yeah,
Yes.
we'll definitely handle it.
Yeah,
Yes.
something like that. But if we're judging seasons and episodes, we sure as heck can't think about COVID. That screwed up TV and everything
Oh.
else for their. Thank God we got real TV back on. I think.
Yeah.
I don't know, or maybe
Hopefully.
not. Maybe people are watching this and saying, "Hey, look, this is something new."
Yeah,
Yeah, maybe that's what they're
they're
doing.
really bored of life.
Yeah. All right, hey, you want to take a little quick break?
Yeah.
We can mute this thing, right? And we'll
Yeah.
grab a beer and
Come back and talk about a few businesses, right?
yeah, well, we're going to talk about him. How's
Yep.
that?
Yep.
All right, we'll do
Yep.
that. All right, be back in a few.
I got you. That's your favorite one out of all
Give
of
this
them,
guy
right?
some cheesy
I've,
music.
I've only
You should
got
have
4
tried a different one.
I've only got 4 buttons over here. Let's see what the other one is. Okay.
Which is
Have you got a beep on there? We're probably gonna need that unit after a while.
Yeah, I don't think so. I do have claps and I have a hi-hat.
The
Oh,
claps
gotcha.
one, that's a useful.
No, it's never.
That at least makes us feel like we've said something useful.
Okay. I'll make sure that I give you some applause for the night's over. Hey, so we're back. Live from the Cartel at Tapped In, super local podcast. This is great.
Yeah.
So eventually this is all going to be a lot more professional, even though we're minor right now. So minor league, think of this as like Piedmont Bow Wheels, old school minor league baseball.
Baby, we're like China Grove Little League right now.
No. We'd be using aluminum bats. I mean, we've got corked and loaded high-end microphones now. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like hitting something illegal.
These are sexy.
Thank you.
They look good.
Yeah, I like them.
Does Kelly know about these?
No, no. I did not buy these.
Oh, okay.
Is she gonna watch this?
Probably, but probably not come. I don't know that she
Really,
would.
an hour? You think she'll tune in for an hour, or
She probably will.
she'll just move to your parts and just watch you, right?
No, she probably just needs to understand what we may or may not have gotten her in trouble for, so she can answer to that. Even though
Yeah.
all of her board was a little excited about this.
Oh,
Excited.
in a good way?
Sabrina Harris was hugely excited for this. So that's kind of exciting. I think we should probably have some of them on here too at some point.
Yeah.
Always good to have
Oh yeah.
find some dirt on somebody or
I
something.
mean, educators are right.
It's one of your best bartenders.
That's why she's a bartender.
That's right. Hey, so we had a couple of people that have expressed interest in advertising and with us, and that's great.
Yeah.
Tell us about a couple of the people that you've got, and then
Yep.
I'll chime in, and that'll take us right in to this guy at the end of the table.
Okay. All right. So one of the businesses that wanted to be involved in what we're doing, Charge Up Fitness. A friend of mine, Kadarius Mason and Devin Mason, both they have a personal training business. These guys, they're professional. They do a great job, from body transformations to if you need to lose some weight, if you want to gain muscle. Really good guys. They do a great job. They know what they're doing. I've probably been with them for about a year and a half. Coming into starting training with these guys, I've worked out for 10 or 15 years, felt like I knew what I was doing, and got in there and realized these guys are different. They really do a great job. When I went there, I was about 230 pounds, probably the biggest I've ever been, just over the years putting on weight. Lost 35 pounds training with these guys in about 6 months. So they really know what to do. Kadarius is the one that trains me. His brother Devin does some traveling. He'll actually travel to. They actually have one client out as far as South Carolina, so they'll travel to you. They have good rates, and they're good people to be around. So
Kadarius is a good dude.
yeah,
period, man.
yeah, fantastic guy. Great leaders, just people you want to be around. And if you're trying to lose some weight or gain some muscle, these guys, that's the place to go. So Charge Up Fitness, you can find them on Instagram, Facebook. They have a website as well. And they also sell some merch too if you want to support them with a hoodie, joggers, whatever.
Yeah, so we can probably tag them in this post.
We'll
as
put them
we-
in
as
there,
we share. Yeah, we'll take them for sure.
Yep.
Some others in town that have shown interest, and we really appreciate it. Angie down at Two Catering.
Yep.
Pretty cool little spot downtown. Just a neat little business downtown.
Well, she does all of our cheesecake now for upstairs at Meadows at Grove.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So all of our fresh cheesecakes are made by Angie. So we went from the store-bought New York cheesecakes, and
to real.
Angie said she could handle it, and she's killed it.
Oh yeah.
She's done some catering for birthday parties for us, some cupcakes and bundt cakes and just
Yeah.
nice decorative stuff, some cake. I mean, just phenomenal. But a neat thing that a lot of people don't realize if you follow her on social media is their little tea parties that they do.
Oh, yeah.
And get-togethers, and you can
Yeah.
rent the place out. It's really neat.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah, pretty cool. Oh, watch out. The boss is here.
They're here.
Yeah, they are here.
We should go do a little tea party. It's kind of our own little tea party.
Yeah.
Well, this is. It's kind of like that for sure. Yeah. For those of y'all on the other side of the mic, when we get to have a couple of cameras rolling, we'll be able to see the real audience. And
Yeah.
Steven's boss and Big boss just
Yeah,
came
the
in,
boss
so,
just showed up.
yeah.
Yeah. Just got real.
Just got real.
By the way, you out kicked your coverage. Just
Oh,
FYI.
ain't that
yeah.
the dang truth?
Oh yeah.
Just to let you know.
Oh yeah.
I thought he could barely tie his shoes the
Yeah.
first time I met him. Then he walks in with her.
And I can tie him a little better now.
Now I know why you got to get in
Yeah.
shape.
I had to learn.
Yeah.
Had to get with it.
A lot of great businesses downtown. You know, we're excited to hopefully highlight some more as they see what we're doing, and then of course share this across Rowan County. So we'll make sure we share this out there and show people what this is about. And it strictly is about Rowan County.
Yeah.
Tourism has expressed some interest, and the EDC has expressed interest in what we're doing. And it's just about being positive and showing the really cool things that are going on. And probably one of the best things, if not the best, that's happened in this town in a long time is Mr. Overcash here deciding to transition from being a full-time, full-time wise that you worked, it was probably the only job that you only worked 40 or 50 hours in a week as a police officer in
Yeah,
China
it's probably
Grove.
my minimal hours.
Right, so everything, I don't know when you slept before between flipping houses and Armor Pro concrete and cooking, you know, and now this, but I'm excited that you went out on a limb and did this because this is the social club of China Grove. So tell us, I mean, honestly, we've got all kind of questions here, but at the end of the day, give us your why this happened, what's going on, and then we'll go through some other stuff and talk about it.
Okay.
Tell us who you are, what's brought us to this point, and kind of where we are as it sits today.
Well, I mean, dude, it all started as just kind of a shot in the dark, honestly. We picked up the buildings right before COVID. I needed to move some money around from flipping houses and property come up available. Of course, like every American, trying to avoid taxes the most I possibly could, and knew I wanted property on Main Street. It's kind of like always my dream. And I love the car wash, being a car guy, and I just had all kinds of ideas of what I could do over there. And these buildings were a package deal, and so I pulled the trigger and bought the buildings and didn't have a clue what we were going to do. And it definitely wasn't a brewery. This was an oil change station when we picked it up originally, and
Yeah, before that was like the original firehouse.
yeah, it
in
was
China
original
Grove, right?
firehouse, original police department, and original town hall. And then the original Mason's Lodge was upstairs.
I forgot about that. That's
Yeah,
right.
So some pretty cool history with the building.
How long did it take you from first idea to completion to
I guess
rolling?
from vision to the actual conception of it, it's probably about a year and 3 months, I think. I had reached out, I was like, man, China Grove needs something. I'm from here. I came back to work here after spending most of my time down in Concord, and I realized how much I loved home. And
Yeah.
I knew that we needed something. Like, we just had to have something.
Yeah. And like I said before, I think this place is one of the best things, if not the best thing that's happened here in quite a while. I've moved now. We live in Granite Quarry. I've lived here my whole life. We moved to Granite Quarry, and this is one of the things that brings me back to China Grove.
I appreciate it.
The other two are Jason and Lee.
Exactly.
Right.
There's only three.
Right.
Just love seeing our beautiful face.
I got some family down here as well, but mostly you guys for sure.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it was just kind of a shot in the dark. I elicited a couple of people and actually had a brewery really committing, and COVID hit. And everybody backed out. The buildings were just sitting empty, and kept thinking about, I wanted a brewery here. And finally, I just got tired of it and started drawing and sketching, and called Jamie Basinger, and who's a buddy of mine and an engineer. And
Dude, phenomenal guy. He drew our house. Well, there's a whole group of people that he went to school with and whatever.
Yeah.
He drew all our house plans.
Jamie, if you're watching tonight, we still think you're slow as hell. But fantastic job.
We'll tag Basinger Design Company as well in there, but phenomenal guy.
But we did. We had a good time drawing it. I think I was driving him crazy by the end of it. But what you see is kind of brainchild of a bunch of sleepless nights and me with some notebook paper acting stupid and making Jamie make it work.
No, it's phenomenal. But I mean, and the detail in this place.
Oh God.
And not that I'm looking in the women's bathroom right now.
We do have a straight shot.
But we do. it's kind of awkward at times. But the pennies on the floor.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, I just remember I came in one day and I saw Jason and somebody else crawl out. I forgot who it was. And I said, hey, man, what's going on? And he's like, either you need to come in and help, or you need to get out of here. He said, because I'm about done. We're trying to figure out how to make sure all these things fit on this floor. Jokingly, of
Dude,
course.
I was ready to shoot myself in the face over that one. It was pretty rough. I think we had about 38 hours and just gluing pennies to a floor.
How much is the floor value worth?
It's really cheap. It was like a $380, but it was like 38,000 pennies, and or 36,000, I think, is what it was. And it was during the coin shortage because COVID, everything. So I'm going around the banks because I used up all my piggy bank jars and hit my grandma up and everybody else. Nobody had coins, and I drove around to like 5 or 6 different banks finding pennies. They thought I was crazy.
Well, why don't you tell us about the name? Because it's a pretty sick name. Love
Thanks,
the
man.
name. So,
Dude, we were at home, and I think Benfield was a lot of, I bounced a lot of ideas off of him, and once we knew what was happening, we had to LLC it and everything else. I wanted something that local, so everybody that worked in this place, I think the thing I'm proud of the most, not just the beer and everything else, but was like everybody that worked here was like all of my money stayed in Rowan County.
Yep.
And that was our big driving force. And I knew building it that I wanted my money to stay in Rowan County with local guys. And I've got a lot of friends that own some great businesses, and a lot of those guys are in trade because we were all too stupid to go to college. We just had to get jobs and find something we were good at.
Or too smart.
I'd say it worked out for you.
Some days. But we bounced around a bunch of ideas, and I had my favorite part of my job as a law enforcement officer was vice narcotics. I knew at an early time that I love working dope. I love the chase. I love the thrill.
Yeah.
And then we got to spend some time over in Honduras doing some mission work, and the village we worked in was Tacoma Colon, and it was a cartel village. Of course, over there, I'm not the popular guy because I'm big and tattooed, and so I obviously look like one of the bad guys, and they just kicked them all out. But I started digging into like the cartel background and how they supplied this village, and now we were in there taking care of this village because even though they were bad guys and they did a lot of dumb stuff, they fed their community, and that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to feed my community. I wanted to make sure my money stayed here, and that's kind of where the name kept coming from. And I wanted something with China Grove in it. Of course, now we have everything, Grove everything, but I wanted something.
Because you're a trendsetter.
Nah, maybe. Yeah, I don't think that was it, but it was definitely. But I started trying to bank on the background of law enforcement. I didn't want it to be a cop bar, but I just wanted it to be something fun. And my heart kept going back to how the cartel ran. Like, we wanted local food, we wanted local produce. Like Angie down here, 2 for 2. Like, we wanted local desserts. Like, we wanted local builders. And it kept going back to the cartel and how we watched it. Talking to some of the locals over in Honduras, they were like, when the cartel left, we lost everything. Because they used their truck drivers to transport their illegal substances, and they used the local farmers and everything to do their crops, and so everybody went broke when they all got locked up. And I knew that was what I wanted here, take out the illegal aspect. And so
Take it. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Take out, not selling dope, we're just named the cartel.
Yeah. Well, at the end of the day, legalized unions, cartel, all of
it all works the same.
100%.
It's just like government. Our government's a big cartel. That's all there is to it.
I wanted to ask that question because you've got folks that aren't happy.
Oh, yeah.
They're haters.
Especially
It was
my neighbors
important
back
to
here.
get that message out and let them know that it is a positive thing. You're a great guy. It offends me when I feel like people have a negative view towards you and your company.
Yeah.
So I wanted to get that out there for people to hear that message. We've talked about that before. This is a good place. So
Yeah, well, I appreciate it. And you know me, I could care less what everybody thinks about me.
Good
That's
way to
kind of
be, man.
that was kind of name. The reason the name stuck, we were like, oh man, it's gonna get some negative reaction. And at the end of the night, screw it.
Yep.
They'll like me for who I am, or they'll hate me for who I am. One of the two.
Yeah.
It's not really a medium.
Listen, you,
Your haters are showing up though, ain't they?
Baby, I don't lose sleep over it.
They cover themselves up though when they come in, but they showing up.
you know, again, the only lesson or the only mission I have in life, I want you to respect me.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't care if you hate me, but you're going to respect me,
Absolutely.
right? There's a lot of people that I like that I don't have a daggum bit of respect for,
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
right? And you and I probably know some of them.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
They're probably similar. So
Well, if
but
you don't have any haters, what are you doing? You're not really doing anything.
Yeah, I should be
So
good
it
for
comes
a while.
along with it. You should be good for a
I
while.
should be good for a while. I think
Yeah.
we're good on that part.
yeah.
Yeah.
I remember when I
you know the-
first brought this up to you about doing this, and Jason said, "Are you sure that you want to do it there?" And I said, "Yes." And he said, "Are you sure you want me as the first guest?" And I said, "Yes." And I said, "I'm going to revert that back. Are you sure that you're going to let me come in here and do this? And are you sure that you want to be associated with me?" And he's like, "Dude, we're good."
2 peas in a pod, baby. You don't like us?
Take a shot.
Yeah. Walk up the street.
Get a stronger bullet. I've had plenty of them bounce off me so far. It's all right. My opening statement when I got back on council was, "I'm back."
Yeah.
Yeah, so bring it on.
Bring that swag.
Bring it on. What's it matter?
Should be a good
You know,
time.
again, there's going to be times that we all have dips. They're not failures. They're only failures when we stay down.
Yeah.
The key is keeping phenomenal friends around that you can call at 3 a.m., right? I think I may have had this
Oh, yeah.
conversation with y'all, and I've seen this on social media. Like, who's your 3 a.m. friend? Right?
Yeah.
Who's that guy? I got a ton of friends that phone stops ringing at 6.
You dang straight.
Oh, I'm sorry. I turned my ringer off. Yeah.
Yeah.
What I know is that when I call y'all two, and I think the sentiment online is the same thing, the phone stays on, right? You got it tucked under your shoulder or whatever else, and I can hear a few things going on. And it may be the holster of a weapon. It may be a shovel that you've gone and got.
Yeah.
It may be you cranking up the backhoe, and there's only 2 questions: where
Yeah.
and what do I need to bring? And that's it. Like there's no other question.
And that's the only people I got time for these days, man.
That fool at the bar right there. That bug's been with me since we were like 6 years old. So,
I-
he's one of the few.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I brought him with me where we're working now. Phenomenal guy. We're getting ready to go to California in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So,
Supporting us here,
oh yeah,
very nice.
oh he's all in,
Yeah.
and we're all with him. He's got a great brand of sporting right now, knee
Yep.
deep.
Yep.
You know, another cool one. I mean, you probably had the hat on at some point.
Yeah, probably.
You know.
I wear it daily.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, wear it out. This is the only one I got, and he gave me the mistake, by the way.
Looks
He don't
great.
give me nothing free.
Everything looks great.
I've been his boy since we were kids in
Yeah.
diapers, and I still don't get nothing free.
He said this was the mistake hat that they messed up on. You know, my girls will call it the Believey hat. You know, I'm supposed to wear black and blue together or
Oh,
something.
yeah.
But since I started wearing it, it became the number one seller, supposedly. I'm going to attribute it to me.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, that's what I think it is. So,
I'm
No.
good with anything camo, bro. If it's got camo, it's good for me.
what is serving camo? I wear it just in case Jason makes another neighbor mad. You know, I need to blend in at some point.
Give it a
So,
couple months. The doors will be open again. You're on city council. You'll hear something.
Oh, well, it's all right.
Cops get called again.
Yeah, it is what it is. It's no big deal. Hey, so I wrote some questions out. First off, let's give some plug to the businesses. You got 2 here, right? But you've also got a third one.
Yeah.
But let's talk about your 3 businesses, and then let's talk about where to find them, like social media wise. How do we find your websites, that kind of stuff?
Absolutely. So, of course, Grove Cartel Brewing Company on Facebook and Instagram. And then Meadows at Grove Cartel is our restaurant upstairs. Listen on the speaker channel.
I got
That's a
to hit
lot
the
of
third
people
button. That's
supporting.
all I got. Yeah, that's a lot of
A lot of
claps
people
on that
clapping.
one. Sorry to interrupt.
But Meadows at Grove Cartel, it's wood-fired pizza, subs, sandwiches, smash burgers, steaks on the weekends.
I'm going to hit pause right here and just tell you. Originally, you had talked. I say we because I'm a part of the community, so we claim this place as our own.
Yeah.
But you had talked about upstairs being a high-end steakhouse, some other things.
Yeah.
You got a great opportunity to bring what you brought.
Well,
but I'm going to tell you right now that the steak that y'all cook upstairs is one of the best pieces of meat cooked
good.
in China Grove.
Thank
Period. Now I'm not taking anything away from Stack and Dough. Those are good. Those are good people too.
Oh, yeah.
And
The
Ephraim's
owner's kind of a goofy ass.
he
but,
is, Yeah, he's trying.
I love that kid.
I'm glad he took it over. I'm glad he took a step too.
Oh,
right? I
yeah.
mean, that was a leap
Yeah.
of faith for him. But man, what a great business going on. But I'll tell you, great steak upstairs. The chicken that y'all when you do that, that's good. You've changed the menu. I'm going to say you changed it for my wife. And we have real salads now.
Absolutely.
So thanks for real
And they're
salads.
awesome.
Yeah,
Very good.
That's my Friday afternoon grilled chicken Caesar salad. Yep.
Absolutely.
So those are phenomenal. The pizzas, if you would brand your pizza boxes, somebody would say that my kids are addicted to Grove Cartel pizza. So maybe we'll get to that point.
They are here.
Garlic Parmesan wings.
Oh,
You
yeah.
must show up on Wednesdays just for that.
Wing night, holy cow. So I interrupted you, I apologize.
No, you're good,
but
man.
what I want to tell you was that originally you had some different ideas. And hey, listen.
I miss the steakhouse. That was my goal. We built this place and I designed it. I mean, kind of the high-end theme was because I wanted a steakhouse upstairs. And, as we got into it, dude, I got scared that I wouldn't be able to survive. And God, seeing the food prices now, I know I wouldn't have survived. But we were still going to move forward with it.
You look at the morphine that. What was the old?
I think it was actually meth. That's what the guy that was going to cook for me got hooked on, and that kind of nixed that quick.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking about the transition, like places that. What is the one down on
73 Main?
Yeah, no, downtown Kannapolis.
Oh, Chop House?
The Chop House, what it was before. They really struggled through.
Oh, yeah, man.
Right. I mean, without probably having money backing them up, there's no way they would have stayed in business like they did.
And they're fantastic. They got fantastic food.
Fantastic food, but at the end of the day,
Still,
if it couldn't work there, you can't sell a $40, $50 steak in China Grove right now.
They complain at 25, man. I mean, and I make like $4 off that thing. It's just like I'm giving it away. I just want you to enjoy a good steak the way I want it.
Yeah.
And our team upstairs is phenomenal, man. We've got some good creative minds. And
Where did our pretzel bites go a while ago? Did the kids take them or something? Is that what happened?
I think the kids devoured those. That was
good.
That's a new trending
Now, don't
thing.
you have you've got your normal menu, but from time to time you have some stuff that's not on the menu.
Yeah, we
right?
do some pop-up specials, so it's always something. There's always something new on it. Like this week is we got a buffalo chicken sandwich on there this week, and we have a chicken bacon ranch pizza. It sounds like somebody was stoned when they created it.
No, it was good. It's good.
And it turned out pretty good.
One of the first ones you made, you brought some out.
Yeah,
that was,
I think
that
so.
was really good. Not that I'm here a lot, but
Not at all.
I'm here a lot.
But yeah, other than that, Meadows is it was a struggle. A lot of people don't know we're here. They don't realize there's a restaurant upstairs and that we service downstairs, and so it's been a little bit of struggle, but we're rolling good now. It feels good. Like I said, we've got a great staff, and it's been killing it. But that's Meadows at Grove Cartel on Instagram and Facebook, and occasionally some TikToks. Always need some food TikToks.
No, 100%.
But,
and by the way, just to give a plug, of course, that unbiased, 100% unbiased. Kids, when they come into the cartel,
Yeah,
free kid slushies,
absolutely.
free kids sun-drop slushies, bring them in, right? Cheer wine on tap upstairs,
Yep.
right? So,
And Sundrop.
and sun-drop.
Yep.
So just great local business.
Well, the Sundrop slushie was really for me. I'm not a big beer drinker. I own a brewery, but I'm not a big beer drinker. But if Sundrop was beer, I'd be an alcoholic.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I usually walk up to and ask you're wonderful bartenders.
Oh yeah.
Hey, can I get 2 kid slushies for the girls? Man, they never make them to the girls,
No,
by the way.
Pounded those before you get up the steps.
Hey, so tell us about Armor Pro, by the way, while we're here.
So Armor Pro was it was something we got into, my pastor and I, We actually started it, I guess it's been about 6 years now. We're a concrete coatings company. All the floors, bar tops, floors in the bathrooms are all done with our epoxy products, kitchen floors upstairs. We got our foot wet in residential garage coatings. We do a lot of residential stuff, and then kind of step down into some commercial stuff. We do a lot of kitchens, just commercial spaces in general, polishing, a little bit of everything, but primarily upscale garages or just people who want to remodel their garage and give it a fresh, clean
Not
makeover.
even upscale. I mean, it's not that expensive to do what y'all do.
No, it's really not. We actually just had a meeting today with not a marketing company, it's called Plan Hub. It's an app that kind of sources all the big contractors, and our stuff. We're one of the lower price guys out there. There's several in the Charlotte region, but we've been blessed, man. We walked into it with just as a joke for me. I'm a car junkie, and I just wanted some extra car part money. And Mark's a fishing guy, and he just wanted some money to go buy some more fishing rods because 80 is obviously not good enough. And it turned into a business, and we've had a blast. So we employ a couple other guys, and they work full time. And I guess total now I have 37 employees, which is kind of mind blowing and explains why I'm losing my hair as fast as I can.
I didn't think you had a lot to start with.
I did before I started the brewery.
Okay, that's what it is. Okay, I got it. Yeah, I started a podcast so I could buy some cool equipment.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Kelly still doesn't know about. Kelly, it was a donation.
Yeah, 100%. You got to spend money to make money.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We sat down and worked on family budget last night, and we actually, no fight, smiled, and it was really good afterwards. I was like, great, this is wonderful. Yeah, that was good.
You just didn't have
And
any input.
I didn't.
Did you bring up?
100%.
You brought up.
No input.
Yes, ma'am.
You brought it up during that time, right?
Well, this was
These
going over
microphones were never discussed, including today.
previous expenses were already factored into the deductions from.
This is from previous. You're talking about this month. This was from last month.
We had to just review going forward. I got a kid in college.
Yeah.
We've told our kids that they will not pay for college. We will do that for 4 years.
Yeah, that's nice of you.
Yeah. So until they fail, and then they're on their own. Right. Those first couple of ones will get you past. That's about it. So been great. Carson's been Dean's List and just knocking it out of the park. So he's setting the bar for his sisters.
I just tell my kids I'm poor. They got to pay for their own. Your college tuitions in the Cartel. Just go get a job.
Cars on Cartel.
Exactly.
Yeah, something like that. Well, hey, you want to take another little break real quick?
Sure.
And because I'm empty, and I may try something different. I don't know if we got anything new up there or not. And we'll come back.
What did you decide? What'd you roll with?
Oh, this was the sour, apple pie sour.
Red Raider.
Raider Red, and
What-
I think I'm drinking the new lager.
Gotcha.
I had that the other night. That was really good.
Yeah,
I may go with that.
it's pretty dope.
smooth.
Yeah.
Even though it's dark, it's not heavy.
Yeah, that dark scares a lot of people off.
It's
It
hard
does.
to go away from the Raider
Smooth.
Red. Really
Yeah.
is.
Well, you got some staples up there.
It's
We-
called
yeah,
I think Check Yourself.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We'll be right back. Give us about 3 minutes.
All right. Sounds good.
That's all I got. It's 4 buttons. Sorry.
Change that up. Should have spent some more money Kelly didn't know about.
I'm about to get it. There's other ones I can program in. So I'm sure there'll be some snippets off of this episode 1, season 1, that we can easily put in there on a button. Maybe we'll have a J Overcash button right here.
Yeah.
So, hey, we're back. Maybe the last break. I don't know. We may go longer than an hour. We'll see how this is going. We're having a blast. So we had this great agenda worked out, and it went off the rails about 3 minutes in, I think. But we got some questions and some other things I think we'll hit on, and we'll talk about some other cool things going on in town of China Grove, and maybe some things that are coming up on the calendar here. That live music.
Yep.
I've added some other cool things that are happening. So
I know we got music bingo Wednesday night. It was pretty big hit. This place was packed for music bingo. I didn't.
We-
You bring bingo in China Grove, and man, that was a hit.
well,
Yeah.
yeah,
It was almost like a senior citizen convention at one point.
You want to address some of these questions?
yeah,
comments?
go for it.
Will there be remote broadcasts?
Yes.
We talked about doing one from the shop.
Yeah.
Then we could get the good stuff.
Yeah, we're probably, at the end of the day, it's hard to do live in a restaurant without a lot of expensive noise canceling and everything else. So I think that I do like this. I think it's kind of cool. It promotes a local business. I really think this would be cool when we get warmer. We roll the window up back here, garage door, Farmer's Day, cruise-ins. I think there can be some really cool things that we can do locally in the community here. But yeah, we've talked about traveling with this thing. Again, if a business in Salisbury wants us, we'll go and do it there. I've talked about places like Gold Hill. You know, Angie's got a place in Gold Hill. Love to go do something there.
Yeah.
Promote the village of Gold Hill. Man, there's 10 different communities. We got Spencer, East Spencer, Salisbury, Woodleaf, Cleveland. I mean, all these places are really cool things that just neat stuff. But prove me wrong, this town right here and this place that we're in, phenomenally one of the top. Hey, he's fine. We may need to get him a mic.
Grab that mug of chair.
Yeah. We'll
We should-
throw
I
him in
mean,
here.
He looks about like an adult.
Yeah. So yes, remote. So I guess if you're still online, whoever asked the question, then where do you want us to go? And
go.
go talk to your local business and say, man, y'all got to get involved with this thing. This is great. Bring us out.
Yeah.
We'll be happy to be there.
So, let's see. Excuse me, I give you discounts from Chastity Benfield.
Cassidy.
So somebody
That's Cassidy.
Cassidy. So somebody was complaining about having to pay for stuff earlier.
Oh, that was me. Ah, yeah.
Oh, what?
As popular
Listen,
as popular as I am.
What-
Right here.
what am
Cassidy, Cassidy.
Cassidy, what I'm excited
I need
about
free shirts.
is what we've just decided is,
Ma'am,
yes,
I'm sorry.
we will give you a discount to sponsor a live remote from Golden Rack Boutique.
Absolutely.
Right,
If we'll even show
100%.
up,
Yeah.
I'll go.
Yeah, Jason will even come and let.
Nobody wants to see Matt. He's got a mullet.
Yeah, well, I mean, his hair game
Well,
is
the hat
strong.
looks good with it for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good deal.
Cassidy probably put that together for him when he left.
No, that mug got some fashion sense. He got a little tism.
Yeah, he used to wear bedazzled jeans there for a while though.
That's
so,
what I'm talking about. A little sugar in there
Yeah.
somewhere.
Yeah.
You
But
guys-
Cassidy, yeah, we'll hook you up. Let's get together. Let's do this thing.
You guys know Aaron Myers?
Yes.
Yeah. Aaron's
Yeah.
a cop with me in Concord. He's a good
Oh,
dude.
okay, yeah. He was my BLET instructor.
Was he really?
Oh, yeah.
Well,
So-
PT. He was
So
PT instructor.
Aaron has twin daughters that are used to dance with my twin daughters.
Yeah.
So I was a prop dad at Center Stage Dance Company with Aaron for a few years.
What are those guys?
Oh man, it was a blast. What are you
I
talking
bet it
about?
was. I bet it was.
It was awesome.
Well,
By the way, evidently they're not paying attention up here.
me and
Or they
him,
are.
me and him we're cool, good friends. I used to couldn't stand the guy
Oh, really? Aaron?
because he was pushing my buttons in BLET because we were doing PT, and I could have passed the PT test the day I stepped out just because I've always trained. Well, he's like, well, that's not good enough. Just because you can pass, you're still going to work.
Oh, that's
And
Aaron.
I wanted to coast. And one of the guys that was my training partner, he was a pretty good athlete too, and he was kicking my butt, but I wasn't really caring because I was still doing good enough to crush the thing or whatever. Well, he started challenging me like, hey, you gonna let him beat up on you all week? You gonna let him outrun you? And I'm competitive, so once he started doing that, I was just getting pissed off. And he knew it too. Like somehow he identified the fact that he knew that I was that way, and it worked. He did a good job with that, but
Yeah,
we
ph-
stay in touch. He's a good dude for
yeah,
sure.
phenomenal guy. I see them in here. I forgot what night it is each week because they're here. He and Jennifer in here. He and his wife.
Yeah.
While the kids are
Oh,
at dance
yeah.
usually. But phenomenal people, phenomenal
Another one
parents.
that,
Great
another one that
girls.
outkicked his coverage.
Yeah, well, you know, we
We all tend to do that.
We all listen. We weren't doing our job if we didn't. It shows how great of salespeople we are.
Right. So, there you
Right?
go.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, Aaron and I walked up to there's this really crappy motel in Concord called the Mayfair Motel back in the day.
Yeah.
What was
And
it
I
called?
think it was called the Mayfair Motel, and
Okay.
I think it was where all, dude, if you were selling dope or buying prostitutes, that's where you went. And Aaron and I are working in an unmarked car, and I get a tip that there's some dope in this room, and we go bring the guys out, lock a couple guys up, take them to jail. Well, of course, those guys sing on the other ones down the room or down the hallway that supplied them with the dope. We hustle back, go back. Man, we go in and actually have to tussle with a couple guys and bring them back, get them cuffed up, and standing there. And I go to reach for my weapon, and I got some jingling going on.
You got what?
I got a jingle going on in my where my weapon's supposed to be. Well, back in the day, you went to the jail and you put your weapon in a lockbox and you got a key, and you put your key around
Oh
your
my
holster.
God!
So we go back in this room, and I forgot my gun. And yeah, you're talking about a sick feeling. You go in, kick a door in, and go in and start grabbing some dudes and putting them in handcuffs. And I
It's just
realized
you.
That's
and I
where the
realized-
jiu-jitsu kicked in, right?
Yeah, I realized that. Thank God that Aaron's a good shot, and I had some confidence because
Yeah.
that was the most sickening feeling I'd ever had in law
Oh
enforcement.
my God!
You reach back to pat your gun to make sure it's still there,
it
after you-
wasn't.
and there's a
And
jingle to it.
And that's when you immediately drove back to the jail. And
Oh,
got that
absolutely.
thing.
You couldn't get that
Yeah.
guy back to the jail fast enough.
Yeah.
But me and Aaron go way back. That's a great thing.
We got one more. What's the timeline for social districting in China Grove?
God, who knows? That,
Man, who answered that one?
that's our.
Who asked that one? Can we ask that?
Right here, Amanda Chavis.
Oh, good job, Amanda. Great question. Not that any of the other questions aren't good.
Yeah.
All right. I think, speaking on behalf of speaking on behalf of a council person, not on behalf of the board, would not do that. You got to have somewhere else to go,
Oh, absolutely.
right? And so, and Jason will tell you this. Without it, we're
kinda
basically
pointless.
we're basically just promoting a half a block or a quarter of a block. So, that being said, part of this is to promote what we got. You need another business similar to this, and Jason will tell you he needs another business in town similar to this that you can walk to and have an evening in the town.
I think the main thing is if we could do some like event stuff. That's something we need to bring up. Like just event, special purpose.
Yeah. So maybe more the answer is can we find a way to do a social district for certain time frame? So, for example, if it was Farmers Day and we had concerts going across the street in Hannah Park, then are we able to have an open container as it relates to a glass, just like Salisbury does downtown,
Right.
and you take it into the park and you come back, right? The days of public intoxication with a local bar are done. Jason's not serving 25-cent drafts here,
No.
right? We're not Hams in Salisbury back in the day, right? You're not going to come in here and get intoxicated. You quite frankly, that's not what it's about. It's about coming in and experiencing some amazing brews, And I tell you what, Jason's really cool in what they've done. You can come in and get half pours.
Oh, absolutely.
Right? You get a half pour of a beer. You can get flights of beer just to test them, and that's really what they encourage is just enjoying a true artist and craftsman and what Woodard does. Right? Jonathan is an amazing talent that you partnered with in this thing to brew the beer. Holy
Absolutely.
cow!
Yeah.
Right? I mean, he starts doing stuff over here, and we're sitting at the bar, and he's like, "Hey, taste this." Whoa, yeah, we'll just wait 3 more days when it's done. I'm like, wow, that's amazing.
Dude's like Rain Man of beer.
It's unbelievable.
Like he, Jonathan. You don't want Jonathan doing a whole lot of anything when it comes to like
Nah,
much outside of beer.
No.
I mean, he's just kind of like
he doesn't need to.
Nah, he's like the most laid back, chill dude you'll ever meet in your entire life. Get you his shirt off his back, and just like do anything in the world for you. And I mean, you gotta be when you live with Stacy.
Yeah, well, somebody's got to keep him straight.
Absolutely, God, he
Holy
needed
cow!
it.
Just guardrails.
But other than that, man, Jonathan's knack. I mean, I think that man was created to make beer. I don't think, I'm not meaning to sound conceited when I say we got the best beer around, but
No, it's
I
true,
mean,
man.
the beer's phenomenal. He works hard and creates a good product, and I'd put it up against anything.
Oh yeah.
Never tasted a bad one.
I can't
Yeah.
wait till we've got some time to get in some competitions. We actually applied for the Cheer Wine Festival this year. So last year I was kind of scared. We still, tight budgets and making sure we're going to be
You
able to pay
were
the
scared?
bills. Man,
Is that's? I
Baby,
didn't know
when-
that was in your vocabulary.
well, I don't have scared money, but I got scared pockets when I may not make money. Baby, I don't do anything without a calculated risk. If I can't make money,
That's fair.
Yeah.
I ain't in it.
For sure.
Hey, so I got a couple of things here before we get too far down that I wrote down, and jokingly, your wife's already told me what some of these answers are.
Oh, yeah.
But who's a mentor that you have, business-wise, life-wise?
I've got a lot of guys I look up to. I think when it comes to this, it was definitely Tran Chung. Tran was he was a high school friend. We played soccer together. We remained buddies.
I knew you had a soccer body.
Man, I was a lot skinnier then. It was a lot more aerodynamically fit. I was a keeper. I wasn't the forward. I was a keeper.
Okay, all right.
So I definitely stayed. I definitely stayed back. But Tran and I are good buddies. Tran, started off at Itchabuns and flipping some rice around, and he took a leap of faith and opened up Sogo's Express and Sogo's Restaurant. And he's really, he's been in business about 20 years now, and so anytime I got questions on business, I bounce them off Tran. And
How did you get connected with him?
we
Just going to school together?
Yeah,
or
we
what?
just grew up together and remained friends. Tran always had a real strong work ethic, and I did too. And so we started flipping houses together in '08.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Tran had the money, and I had the knowledge of flipping houses, and not really flipping, but the actual construction part. And I love the design aspect, and so he took a chance on me, man. And that's why I respect him.
Yeah.
He saw something in me I didn't see, and he told me that he would foot the bill
Yeah.
and put up all the money for us to buy some houses and start trying it out. That's kind of what got me rolling. Until then, man, I was a paycheck to paycheck cop, just hustling on the, building furniture,
Cooking
doing
some
whatever.
good food, though, by the way.
Yeah. But just doing what I could to figure it out.
Yeah.
And,
There goes your boss, by the way.
yeah, absolutely. Now things can get really wild.
That's right. No, and she's back.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's amazing to me how many people that I know that hustle, right, that have mentors. I probably can name 8, 9, 10, probably in every facet of my life, whether it be politics,
Yeah.
whether it be just general being a dad and whatever else, or if it relates to business.
Oh, absolutely.
Right. I mean, you have to have people that you can learn from their mistakes and listen to their coaching, right?
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be that they're 20 years older than you, right? I mean, I got 2 mentors in a way sitting at this table, right? Y'all have knowledge that I don't have, and if I don't think that that's not valuable and that I'm not going to learn something from it, why in the hell am I around y'all?
Right.
I mean,
Yeah,
and I don't know
absolutely.
that it gets any real than that.
No, at this stage in life, man, if you can't make me better, I don't want to be with you.
Yeah. 100%.
100%, man.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Right? It's what it's about. It's just flat out making it better. Yep. And this is that right there.
That's the whole purpose of
Right?
everything right
Rowan,
there.
Yeah.
Rowan is why we're here too. Right?
He just wants to be a part of it.
Yeah. Yeah, put him on your lap. Bring him over here.
He likes the attention. For
That's
sure.
right.
Grab that man a chair.
Yeah, don't we all?
You what?
Got had a little technical glitch. Hey, we're new at this. Sorry.
Kelly, he wants to spend some more money now.
Yeah, now I got to figure out why that went, but we'll figure that out.
Yeah.
Maybe it was an hour. Maybe it's whatever. My card says we're still good in there, so I don't know. We should be all right.
Your card on here or your credit card?
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fine.
that's what Kelly's accountant.
Yeah, that's fine. No, but mentor-wise, right?
Man.
You just got to make yourself better every single time, so that's great. What inspires you, man?
You know, I don't. You know, I have a lot of inspiration. Honestly, let's not be fake about it, but money is what drives the world.
Absolutely.
Man, I grew up. I wouldn't say I grew up dirt poor, but my family struggled. I watched my dad have multiple jobs trying to put food on the table to make sure that, you know, they got by. But I also lived in a family that the biggest fight that was money. My parents fought a lot about it, and just trying to put ends together and make them meet. And I knew at an early age that I didn't want that. I was willing to put in the work. My dad was a slave driver, man. I mean, dude, if I was sitting still, he was in my butt. And it didn't matter if I was doing absolutely the dumbest chore he could think of. It was just like, you're not going to sit still in my house. And I think that continued on. My grandma was the same way, and she was a big, I guess she was probably the biggest influence as far as drive. She never stopped. Man, she had a stroke. I guess it's been about 4 or 5 years ago now, and that woman worked up until the day she had it, and still absolutely drives me crazy because she's the world's biggest busybody, and just she never stopped, and so that made me just want to continue to grind. I knew that I wanted better for my family, and then when I had kids, I didn't want to, you know, when Holly and I got married at a real young age, and man, we struggled. Like, when I say we struggled, I moved out at 18 and had my first house. And when I say struggle, dude, I don't like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches today because of it. And we just we made it through some rough times, and I knew God gave me a talent to make things better with my hands, and that's what I enjoy doing. And even though law enforcement was my passion, I just, on my days off, I wanted to grind and stay busy and I don't mind, man. For me, it's just not good. If I sit still, I'm going to get in trouble.
You said something that a lot of people try to come up with excuses to not say, which is money is a driver.
Man,
there's nothing wrong with money being a driver.
I mean, it's, you know, if people say it's not, they're lying. We all go to work every day because you got to have money to live.
Well, no, you didn't want, you said your parents struggled.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to see that. The number one cause of divorce is financial issues, right?
And honestly, I mean, I don't know how they made it through it. I mean,
yeah.
It was
probably not honesty around financial issues.
Say what?
Probably not honesty around financial issues. You know. Yeah.
And it can still be Holly was scared to death when we started. I poured everything into this to the point when we got started, man. I was selling cars. I went over budget, and
that's why I was joking with you. Yeah, cars and whatever. You know, I mean, it's the truth, though.
Maybe I had a GTR. That was like my dream car, and I got about a third of the way in, and I realized this budget's not realistic, and especially with Jamie's engineering. So we started in, and it was immediately selling possessions that I had that meant nothing, but it was like prize to me. But at the same time, at the end of the day, if you got a dream and if you can't cash everything in and take a risk, then you're not going to make it.
There's merit around money driving everything, right? You don't have to worship it.
No,
But
absolutely
you
not.
have to realize that it takes it to do stuff.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right?
100%.
And
I never understood that you got to have money to make money. I never understood that saying.
yeah, I always knew you got to spend money
You
to
make
make
better
money.
decisions when you've got money.
Yeah.
When it starts getting tight, your decision making isn't as good.
No, but
You need to be able to think correctly and make those good decisions. And when you got that money in your pocket, it's a whole lot easier.
and maybe at the end of the day, when that money's gone, it's rough.
Yeah.
When I opened the doors here, I was the brokest I had been since I was probably 19 years old. I kid you not, man. I was scared. Opening weekend, if that tap system had failed or credit card machines went down, man, we were screwed. I had a mortgage payment coming due, and I was cashed out, son. It was the only thing I would have had an option of is 401k, and that was like off limits.
All I know is that I was here with bells on.
Yeah.
And I've not. There's probably not been a week that we have not been in here, even if it is just to come in and get
2 or
something
3
to
times.
eat. Man, but but it's all about that. It's what it's about.
We're at 112. You want to take another quick break and then see where we're at from there?
Sure, we'll do that.
Let's do that.
Yeah. All right. We'll be right back. All right, we're back. How about that? We planned for an hour, and we're going to go about an hour and a half. So
We hit Steven's tiny bladder limit.
yeah, it's
sorry.
it's called a bio break.
Sorry.
Bio.
I had a couple before we got started today, so
Yeah, you did tease me ahead of time. Like,
I was kidding.
I
you
said like
when
I'm
I
on
said
the way.
that.
No, Sure, whatever.
I was trying to rush you.
It's
Yeah.
probably the most I've ever drank at my establishment. Yeah,
It's
I've
okay.
had 2.
It's okay. Yeah, so I think I missed something. Well, I can't do it without coming back. Hey, I don't know. That's all I got. That's all I got. One day we'll be better than that, but for the time being, we're pretty good. Where were we?
Let's get like a custom intro that's done by him. We can push the button and it'll share
don't-
his intro.
Oh, don't worry, it's coming.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure, my intro.
yeah.
What
So
would that
by the
intro
way,
be?
while we're
So he'll sing a song, right?
yeah, you know, for some reason this past week at work, the greatest Kmart commercial ever came up. And so it was a joke, and so Matt is going to help us film a TikTok or something for work. Do you remember the one where they said, I shipped my pants,
Oh yeah,
That's a good one.
that was a good one.
right? I shipped my shoes.
Yeah.
You know, I shipped my bed. But great, how in the world Kmart failed after that commercial?
Yeah.
That should have lasted for years.
That was a
Then you
Hail
realize
Mary.
Then you realize you get to 40 and you really do ship your pants.
Yeah, that was a Hail Mary attempt there towards the end.
But man, that was
pretty good.
whoever was the marketer behind that campaign, the best campaign in a long time of any.
They had
lived.
about 2 or 3 that were like that
Yeah.
in some way that were
A
hilarious.
little
for sure.
sketchy. That's what this will end up being. A little sketchy.
But the good thing is this is the last ditch effort, so we're good. Let's see what else we got going on. There's a couple other things here I think that was kind of cool that I wrote down. The first one is interesting from a community leader like yourself, Jason.
My leader.
Well, you know, who do you think in the community is like a sleeper, right? Who's the next up and coming guy here in China Grove or girl? But by the way, there's just girls and boys. So I'm not
Oh.
going to get too political, but
Not multi-genders.
yeah, just it. Who?
I'm just proud to say that I'm still the same I was at Warren.
Yes.
So who's the next up and coming person? Who do you say, man? Right, and so I say that, and I think about me reflecting on my years in this community, and this is the kind of the challenge, right? So who do we know that may need that, jokingly, $10,000 to get started? Who's the person that needs the mentor and somebody to push them? But who's the next up-and-coming person? And so it's kind of a challenge to all of us leaders in the community to find that person that's 18, 19, 20.
No, absolutely.
Right? And so it's something interesting to think about. So I kind of pause there, and what do you think about that?
Man, I don't know. I think we've got a lot of opportunity. It's funny you say that. I've always wondered what was next. Like, what can I do as I get older to kind of make things better? I feel like I'm tapped out at this point. Like, I don't want anything else.
No, we're tapped in, remember?
Well,
We're
tapped in, yeah. But I just, I think my life's got enough turmoil right now.
You've always got a plan what's next.
But yeah,
I know you do,
we got a
but-
couple new things brewing, but it's not as much as my involvement. It's more as investing.
Yeah. Think about your relationship with Tron, and think about what he did for you to help you
Yeah.
out, right? And then who do we put a group together and say, let's go support this person? Or,
Well, that's what I was getting at. It's funny because I was talking the other day, and that was my thoughts. Like, what can I do? And I told Holly the other day, I was like, I want to put money away to where that kid comes to me and has this idea, and that you can tell they're passionate about it, that I can be what Tran was to me.
Yeah.
I would love to be able to finance something for some kid and make a dream come true that wouldn't have been possible without, some dummy willing to take a chance. And that's what it took on me. It took a friend who knew what I was capable of and gave me an opportunity. And man, I think more than I want business success, I think I want that. I think it's intriguing, and I think it's rewarding to be able to be somebody's mentor and be somebody's stepping stone to get to where they needed to be.
Right.
I think as guys that have made it and guys that aren't struggling, I think that's what we should all do as entrepreneurs, because there's a lot of kids out there with a lot of great ideas. And Steven and I talked one day, and I didn't realize he was into marketing and websites and everything else. He looks like like I said, I wasn't even sure he could tie shoes, and he was just looked like a little musclehead when he come in here. And so he started talking about websites. I'm like, build my website. Let's see what you got. Two created a banger. I mean, it turned out awesome. We get compliments all the time on our website, and it's classy, and that's what I wanted it to be. It looks classy. It gets to the point, and it achieves the goal, and that's what you want. And but I think guys like him, and especially in somebody in your position with the town and everything, I think you have the ability to kind of really get things taken care of, and kind of influence leaders and everybody else to take a chance. And so if we can create a fund and actually poll ideas, or that, I guess that's where I don't understand. I don't know what to take the next step at, but if we can get something where we could do a board and really gauge interest on who was interested in coming here.
Almost in a way like our own Shark Tank.
Exactly.
Right? I mean, that's exactly what it is.
I mean, you get a vacancy in a building, and then if some kid has a great idea, let's go for it. But, I think a lot of that takes initiative. It can't take want. You can't want to make money. You have to be willing to sacrifice.
Yeah,
and sacrifice is probably one of the best words when it comes to owning your own business, because, when I started with Meadows upstairs, I was the money guy. I wasn't supposed to be here. And then it turned into, that sacrifice turned into me being here 60 hours a week.
I go back to when I was, 18, 19, 20, running my landscape company. Had some good people that gave me business.
Yeah, absolutely.
I didn't go get it. Right? They gave me business. So Bruce Jones.
Just to support you.
Yeah, but he said, I'm going to invest in that kid, and I got. You learn a lot of great life lessons. I mean, we were there was a point when I put too many eggs in one basket, and without the mentor business-wise at the time to be able to pull me back out in a way, but main contractor I had, belly up.
Yeah.
He went to jail for kiting money, by the way. It was bad.
Have either of you guys ever had
Crazy.
A lot of people hire business coaches.
Yeah.
Hear about it all the time. Well, I'm fortunate that I have a cousin. He's actually the one that introduced me to entrepreneurship. He's like, you don't need to work a 9 to 5. We got to find something for you to do. I had no idea what to do. But a lot of people have to pay for that, $300, $400, $500 a month, and I can call the guy on the phone. And
right, it's just us finding somebody. So I think it's great.
I think
it's
that's
a great
what.
challenge.
I mean, I think that's why you align yourself with people.
Yeah.
You align yourself. I can't tell you how many times I called Lee during this, and Lee and I wasn't really even just like super tight. We knew each other through law enforcement, and him being on the board, and he supported like the idea. And there was a couple times, man, I wanted to quit. There's a couple times I wanted to quit.
You wouldn't let him.
There was a couple times. There's a couple times I wanted to like just express the Cartel name in a negative form, just for some stupid stuff that happened, and I had to get somebody to talk me off a ledge and give me some feedback that was positive and kind of tell me the politically correct way, because baby, if you know me, politically correct is not a title that's given to me.
Everybody comes to a point to where they want to quit. You got to have somebody that won't let you quit. Keeps you encouraged. You got to have that. It's hard to do it on your own.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm sure. No, I think it's a great challenge for us to leave with, for sure, is to be able to take that piece and start thinking about it as we move forward. Kind of an action item to leave with, call to action to all those out there. Who's that person you're going to grab with you, take with you? There's a video that I show my kids about once a year, and the video is about privilege. And you've seen it. It's where you line these kids up on the sideline of a football field or a soccer pitch, soccer body guy. And so you got the soccer pitch here.
Never living that down.
You're not at all. Never. Ted Lasso. So anyway, you line all these kids up and you tell them, say, hey, take a step forward if your parents are married. Take a step forward if you've never had, if you don't have to pay for your cell phone bill. Take a step forward if you ate dinner last night. Take a step. So you do this, and eventually, after about 15 questions, they turn around and say, now turn around and look back. And there's a guy or a girl that is still standing on the sideline that has answered no to every single question that will beat you to the other side.
Yeah.
Right? And so you think about that, and I tell my kids that all the time, and it's to understand the gifts that you've been given. We're not the richest people in the community, right, by far, but we also aren't the poorest. But you've got to understand where you come from, the gifts you've been given in life. And I tell them, never, ever hang out with people that, quote unquote, society would say that are less than you, and you end up being less than you. The mission is to bring people that society tells you that are different and bring them with you. Bring them to our dinner table.
Absolutely.
If I can't afford to feed all of us, they'll eat and I won't, but they'll eat, right? Bring them forward, do something for them to where they know that there are good people in the world and we want to make them better. But do not lessen yourself, right? And we right? You're a dad. I've heard you have those conversations before, right? I mean, we battle it every single day. You're a young father compared to us, And by the way, where'd your beard go? You just lost like 20 years.
Sorry,
that's why.
man.
Hey, that's why we're going to have to move this away from the schools.
I mean, well, he showed up tonight with no beard.
Well, you've been checking me out?
I mean, there was a moment we could have called this like Beards Brew and something.
Hey, don't take me but about 3 days now, man. Don't challenge me.
Better grow that thing back out. His wife sees him like that. He's done.
Hey,
She likes a younger man,
she
maybe.
likes it
I don't
like
know.
this, man. She likes it like this better.
Okay. You keep telling yourself that. It's all right. It's good.
Hey, that's good.
All right, we've had a great time, Jason. Thanks for hosting us tonight.
Absolutely. Had a good time.
And at some point, we said we're going to do these once a month.
Yeah.
I think we probably do these maybe more often. Let's rally and figure out when the next one is. At least here once a month. But maybe we'll host another one in a couple of weeks or something. We'll figure it out. I think the next one may be in the shop. It's a little quieter, and there may be a bourbon involved.
I do have a call to action.
Okay.
So I'm somewhat getting involved with some of Courier Life's athletics. For me, I grew up playing basketball. I have no other expertise with any other sports. For me, the more important thing is having some leaders in place for these athletes, getting the athletes excited about playing. As technologies come around, kids seem to have gotten out of sports more in recent years. We want to get them excited. Nothing gets a kid more excited than having some sick swag, team
absolutely.
cleats, sick jerseys. A challenge that I'm wanting to do is I'm wanting to reach out to businesses, local businesses in the Southern Rowan area that would want to sponsor jerseys, cleats, team bags, something to get these kids excited about. I've talked with the AD at Courier Light. I'm open to talk to any AD at any school in Rowan County that would want to do this. Specifically, I have spoken with Courier Light, and they gave me the go-ahead that, hey, if you can find some sponsors that would want to, pay a couple $100 to maybe a couple $1,000, depending on what it is.
I think I know somebody with some good contacts.
Yeah, we probably can get that approved somehow.
Yeah. Let's get that rolling, because Dude, growing up as an athlete, there wasn't nothing better to me than having some sick basketball shoes or warm-up jerseys.
No, absolutely.
So that's something I wanted to give a shout out here.
Well,
for
how about
that.
this? Let's bring Tommy Welch into it
No
and
joke.
Campus Creations, right? So we
Yep.
got two great businesses locally. Let's bring Dale Sporting Goods and Campus Creations
Yeah.
into it. Let's figure out what
And you
that
even
looks
got-
like, put some budgets together.
And you even got Travis Tino, local print shop.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's right.
you got 3 good print companies right around us.
Three great suppliers.
Campus has done all the Among the Bold stuff for
Yeah.
me, and they do a super job.
They do a lot of stuff for us.
Yeah.
Yep.
So between them and Travis, we keep them both hopping.
Yeah. Those three businesses. Let's take it among ourselves, have those conversations, figure out what that looks like, put some budgets together, and let's challenge some people, right?
do it.
Let's say that's what it's for. And I'll go ahead and tell you, we'll put 20% of whatever money that anybody's going to give to us for donations, for sponsorship, and for ads. We'll throw it to it.
do
So
it.
there's our seed money right there. How about that?
Maybe I got another 20.
Yeah, we're good. All right, so we're good to go.
Awesome.
Awesome, great call to action, Jason. Thanks again, man. Can't wait for the next time. It's been great.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, maybe
Okay.
I'll find another button to push on the way out. I don't know. What's this one? What's D?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not a good one.
At least we didn't have to use the bleep.
There we go. There we go.
We'll use the
Nice little
applause.
clap.
All right, guys. Hey, till next time.
Thank y'all.
Live from the Cartel. We'll see y'all.